Hey friends, I hope the morning's treating you well. Hope you got your coffee if you drink coffee. It's a beautiful morning. It's like in the 70s. It got down to 59 degrees last night. We slept with the windows open. And right now, as I speak, I'm sitting on the front porch and there are squirrels. There are four squirrels walking around the porch. I threw some sunflower seeds and peanuts down to feed them, and they're just walking around munching away. Very nice, mellow morning. Nice way to spend the morning. And it's good to be home for a couple days. I've been here for a few days now, and I don't know, it's just been nice. I came home and all the squirrels came running to me in the yard, and then Amy let Wendell out, our dog, and Wendell came running towards me, and it was nice greeting. Well, what I want to talk about this morning is today, or this weekend is an anniversary of 1 year ago today. There's a documentary premiered that I made, and I'm kind of proud of it. I try to stay humble, but it's good to pat yourself on the back every now and then. So I tried something I didn't know if I could do. A little over a year ago, I went to Memphis with Todd Snider, and he was playing a benefit gig for WEVL, a radio station that was very good to him back when, and he was going to go play a concert. It was a nice crowd, and he wanted to reconnect with some old friends and all of that stuff. I followed him along and just tried to film and document the whole thing over the course of a few days. It's like, why not? Why not? And my buddy Todd Fox came with me, and the two of us filmed this whole thing. And we don't know what we're doing. I always say I haven't the slightest idea what I'm doing, but I decided to do it anyway. It's good to try things, just to experiment. You never know. At least you have fun and you learn something. And we filmed. This was a great weekend. Have you guys seen this documentary? Tell me down below if you've seen it. I'd like to know. I filmed it over the course of a few days, and then we went ahead and came back home, and I sat for a few days, and I edited it all together into something cohesive over the course of like a week or whatever. And we went ahead and premiered it. I like this idea. I talk about this a lot on the channel. Some of you know that, who've been around for a while. If you want to make something, you can just make it. You don't have to have some big company's permission, to just make art. You can write a song, you can make a painting, just make something. You don't have to. There's like these two different conversations we have about music sometimes. One of them, or about art, there's the doing it. There's the beauty of just creating something, even if it's not any good. It's fun to do it. If it brings you joy, do it. And then we have this other conversation about, okay, how do I make money from this? Maybe this can be my living. And when you mix those two, they get a little bit difficult sometimes. And a lot of times when we're having the conversation about music or film or painting or whatever, writing books, we mix the two, and one person might be talking about the creative part of it, and the other person would be talking about the business, so it just all gets messed up. But so right now I'm talking about the idea of, I wanted to make a documentary, about Todd in this weekend. So I filmed it and I did it, and I put it together, and man, people were so receptive of it. So I saw it, and my buddy Todd Fox was like, this is actually pretty good. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm humble about it. I enjoyed doing it, and I was happy with it. It's not Citizen Kane, but it was a really fun thing to do, and I thought that it was, a nice way to spend time, if you want to enjoy it. And then the most fulfilling parts of all were there were a whole lot of people who've liked Todd Snider's music and just Todd's whole thing for a long time. And they contacted me. A lot of people saying, no, this is the best representation of Todd, that we've seen. And that felt really good. And it was just staying out of the way and not messing it up. Todd's an entertaining, fun guy. And and there was a through line story that I think worked really well. Anyway, put that up a year ago. It's at 64,000 views after a year. I'm tickled pink about that. I feel really good about that. There are people who put up cat videos and get millions of views. Good for them. But there's also people who spend years of their life on a project, and then they can't get 3 people to watch it. It's hard out there. So I feel really good about 64,000 people. I look at it like this. How many movie theaters would I have to go rent out or whatever to get 64,000 people in those seats? How many movie theaters would that take? Think of it like that. If you put up a video and it gets 10,000 views, go to your local arena and imagine 10,000 people in there. That's a lot of people. It's beautiful. They spread out, and it'll be up there forever, and people see it. So if you haven't seen it, just go watch it this weekend. I think you'll get a kick out of it. If you saw it a year ago, watch it again. It'll be a good time, and tell a few friends about it. And I'll just be sitting out here with the squirrels. And some of you who are trying to do things, I try to tell myself this, where these are things that I tell myself all the time. There's so many things I want to do, and I have so little time to do them. I have way more interest than I have time. And learning about photography over the years, this is something I did with my buddy Todd Fox forever. We would sit in a dark room and try to make prints, listening to Ralph Stanley or whatever, and we would just sit there and struggle over that. But we learned about how cameras work, and it was fun. We'd travel around and take photos of places we'd go to. I had no idea one day I would be talking to a camera to people across the world on a thing called YouTube. But when that happened, I actually know a few things about cameras, and the things that I learned from film photography back when, they all apply to this video stuff. So it was kind of fun to be able to use all of that and have my buddy, my best friend of 30 years, or more now, Todd Fox, to be able to do that with me. And we had a great time doing it. And the only money we spent outside of the stuff I already owned was for a really crappy hotel outside of Memphis on the highway. I don't remember what the name of it was, or I'd tell you, but we stayed there for a few nights, and that was it. Got to have a good time with that. But the learning of something like photography, there's a lot to learn, and it takes a long time. Or if you're trying to learn to play guitar, there's a lot to learn, and it takes a long time. But if you do just a little bit every day, or every few days, just a little bit, 15 minutes or 20 minutes here and there, a few times a week, you'll learn a lot, man, and you'll get better over the course of time. You'll get way better, and it'll all come to you. It's just we get excited about something and we want to learn something, and we put just a ridiculous amount of effort into it all at once, and then we don't see results, and we get discouraged and quit. Where if we would have just done a little bit and sustained it over the course of time, it's kind of like these squirrels. My buddy Todd Fox was hand feeding squirrels around his house, and I'm like, that's beautiful, man. That's just so beautiful, because I feed animals anyway. And came home and just started feeding them every day. Come outside for a few minutes, feed them every day. Over the course of time, a couple of them slowly came up, and I earned their trust, and they'll eat right out of my hand and run right back up the tree, to where now I have 3 or 5 friends that when I come out on the porch, they come out and sit with me. I can have coffee, and I got a few friends with me. And if I tried to do that all at once, I wouldn't be able to do it. But I did it slow over the course of time, and gained their trust. And it's just like learning to play guitar, learning about cameras. you know, there's a million things I could throw into there. So I'm trying to encourage you by saying all of this, and jump head first into something and try to sustain, you know, a little bit of effort and passion about it, and you'll do really well. The last thing I want to say is this weekend, I think tomorrow, if you're watching this, is Amy's birthday, and we're going out in the middle of nowhere and renting a cabin or something. Going to be off the grid for a few days, and but it would be really cool if you guys wished her a happy birthday down in the comments or whatever, and I'll be sure if you say anything nice to show it to her, and she'll get a kick out of that. And hell, go to our website and buy her record, buy one of her records if you haven't already, or if you just want to put something in the tip jar or whatever, that's fine. I'm going to talk a lot more, and if you put something in the tip jar, I'll make sure that it goes to Amy, and she'll buy herself something nice with it for her birthday. But it won't be like Homer Simpson buying Marge a bowling ball for her birthday. I won't do that. But I'm going to talk more about this, these ideas like doing documentaries and things like that, to the people in the Patreon and channel members. There's a lot of thoughts I have that I'm going to share with them, and if you enjoy that, come on over and talk with us about it there. And it helps support this channel. It helps make everything's possible because of that. And either way, happy birthday to Amy, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Much love to you.